Today we're going to be going over what is the difference between UDP and TCP. So let's begin. So TCP, what does it stand for? TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol. This is a connection-oriented protocol. What do I mean by connection-oriented protocol? I mean that before two computers, and I'm using the example of two computers, or like two devices, before two devices send any type of data, they need to be connected no matter what. Before it sends any type of data, they need to be connected. And the way with TCP, how it connects is it uses something called a three-way handshake, in which I'll explain later on in a slide. And one of the main things to always remember with TCP is that it guarantees the delivery of your data. So TCP is a protocol in which you will want to use when you want to guarantee certain stuff when you're transferring data, or when you're mostly for reliability for the most part. Now let's go to the next slide. So in this example right here, I have just a slide on how TCP connects. So in this example, we have a computer right here, and the way TCP does its connection is it sends a SYN request in this example, and SYN stands for synchronization, and then the server in this example responds back with a SYN-ACK, which is a synchronization acknowledgement, and then later on the computer sends back an acknowledgement. And once that three-way handshake is set up, you were able to send messages, and that's why later on in the diagram you're able to see the hello message being sent. That's how basically it connects. TCP does its initial connection with a three-way handshake, which it starts off with a SYN for synchronization, a SYN-ACK for synchronization acknowledgement, and 3, which is an acknowledgement back, and then the connection is set. And it's very similar on how it disconnects, very similar. And now we'll go with UDP. So UDP is the user data protocol, which is a connectionless based protocol. What do I mean by connectionless based protocol? I mean that you do not need a connection at all to send data. You do not need a secure connection to just to send data to a computer or to another device. So all UDP does, like I said right here, is just something like fire and forget, which makes things a lot quicker than TCP, which you need a connection and everything is sent in order. So with UDP, there's no handshake. So UDP doesn't have a formal process for establishing connection. All it does, like I said right here, fire and forgets. Once another device is asking for data, it just fires off a response. It just sends. It's like it sends it without even knowing or guaranteeing if the data was corrupted, or if the data was or whatever is being sent even sent successfully. And I have a picture of it right here. Right here we have just the data being sent, and like right here the data is getting all jumbled up right here. Like it's just sending, not sure. Like I think this is just showing an example of the data being corrupted, or something happened to the data, while the blue ones are just the ones that sent successfully. And since it's sent, like, you know how it's not in order, like some of the parts are like not in order, so I'm guessing it's showing off that like some of the data didn't come in order, because with TCP everything is sent in order, while UDP it doesn't matter the order at all. It just sends the data. And here's an examples of when to use UDP and TCP. So with TCP, it's mostly reliable for email or texting or file transfers, because like when it comes to file transferring, you want your files to be guaranteed that they sent successfully. Or web browsing, like when you open up your like a certain site, you want to make sure that everything loads up in the correct order. Or email or texting, when you send email or text, you want everything to come in the correct order. You don't want data to be all jumbled up. While with UDP, all that we care about is just live streaming. We have with UDP we only want speed and reliability. So live streaming, online gaming, video chat are probably like the best examples between UDP and TCP. And that's about it for this video. Just a brief overview of what the difference is between UDP and TCP. And I'll leave down below a video or like an article that I read that gave me a basic understanding. Hopefully you guys like this video, and hopefully I'll do more of these type of videos. Anyway, that's about it. Peace.